Is your low back the reason why you're noticing so much stiffness in the morning? Are you wondering what it is you could do to relieve that discomfort? Hey everyone, it's Dr. Heather here, and guess what? There are some simple basic things that you can do to really relieve that low back discomfort. And I'm going to give you guys a little key secret. If you haven't checked out my ebook, which actually gives you 5 basic exercises you can do. I say 5 basic exercises you can do that are guaranteed to help eliminate this low back discomfort, then you need to go check it out now. So I've left that link down below in the descriptions page, so do pay attention to that. Now, in other videos, I have addressed a couple of different things concerning low back pain, myofascial work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into those right now. And like always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so, because again, we're really working on making some great content for you guys. So we wanna make sure that you're always getting those notifications. And as always, if you see some of the products that we're using in the video when it comes to myofascial work, check out those links in the description box as well. All right, so we're gonna get to our low back. Now, before we even go into our massage ball work, guess what we're gonna start doing? We're gonna first look at addressing stuff with our foam roller. Now, pretty much when we talk about low back, just so you know, based upon my friend Mr. Super Skeleton here, we're looking at the lumbar, so L1 through 5, we're looking at the sacrum, we're looking at the SI joint. But the other thing we're gonna look at too with your low back discomfort is gonna be the piriformis muscle, which comes off here. And then we're also gonna address the psoas and the iliopsoas, which are gonna be another key component. So again, if you haven't checked out some of the videos that pertain to just the QL, do go ahead and check that one out as well. And the one that just talks about how to relieve hip pain, where we really start addressing more with the psoas and the iliopsoas. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna kind of give an overview on the soft tissue work that you can do to relieve your low back discomfort. So grab your rollers, we're going down on the ground. All right, so we're gonna start with our low back first, because that's gonna be key. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have our roller down on the ground. And just like we did in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna conform our low back to the roller. That's gonna be really important because we wanna go ahead and just target that lumbar spine area. So I always tell people, come down on the ground, place your arms on the roller. And again, this is where that longer roller just comes in a little bit more handy versus the smaller ones. But right off the bat, if your low back is really tender, you're gonna feel it in this position. So what we can do is from here, we can pop our butt up off the floor, keeping the feet nice and flat, and we're just gonna go ahead and rock up and down. Notice I never hyperextend my back over the roller. My abs are definitely engaged in this position. And as my dear assistant checks me out and makes sure I'm doing it correctly, thank you, Cab. But what we can do now is we can kind of, just like we did in the mid-back video, we can go ahead and we can lean into that one side, getting more into that paraspinal area, hitting that QL a little bit more. Now from here, what we could do is we can kind of lift our body up a little bit higher. Now I've got my SI joints on the area, and I may just want to hold here because it could be very tender, and just kind of allowing that pressure to be felt. So right off the bat, that's how you can use the foam roller for your low back and your SI joint area. Now before we even get into the massage ball, we're gonna hit our piriformis first. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna come up, sitting on our roller. For demonstrations of this video, I'm gonna show you with my right leg so you guys can see it appropriately. I'm gonna go ahead and cross my right leg over left, put my right hand down on the floor. I always like to tell people, place your hand, opposite hand here, creating some tension in that piriformis muscle in the butt. And now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and just nice and easy massage out that area in this position. Now what we wanna do is we wanna address, like I said, the QL and the psoas and the iliopsoas, because they're gonna play a factor in our lumbar relief, simply because those two muscles do attach themselves to the lumbar spine and their location being very posterior, being very far back to our back area, and we want to make sure we're addressing those as well. For more in-depth information on those, do check out those other 2 videos in terms of take a look at the QL video and then take a look at the Fix My Hip Pain video, which goes into the psoas muscle more. So let's grab our massage ball. So now I have my massage ball, my trusty lacrosse ball. The first one I'm going to do is my QL, okay? So I've provided the diagram in the description box below regarding where you should be placing the ball for the QL. And again, like I said, it's in the other video too. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit those 3 spots that you see on that diagram. I've provided it here on the screen, but do click down below for your own copy. But we're going to go ahead, come down onto the ground, okay? We're going to start kind of more where the 12th rib is. Place the ball right there and just let your body melt over the ball. If you're not feeling the pressure point that much, you can lift the hips up and kind of just press into it a little bit more. Once 5 seconds is up, bring the ball down a little further. Again, you can press into it a little bit more, and then bring the ball just down, just above the SI joint. You don't want to be on the SI joint directly. So that's your QL. Now we're going to go to your psoas, and again, if you go down to the descriptions box, you're going to see the diagram for the psoas, where to place the ball there, because we're going to hit the iliopsoas first, and then we're going to actually hit the tendon itself. So we're going to flip ourselves over, and we're going to first place it, essentially for us women, kind of right where the ovary is. So we're going to come down onto the ground, we're going to lay down onto the ball, and we're going to place it right there, trying to really relax our body all the way down and just holding that pressure point. And then we're going to place the ball closer to the actual insertion point of the tendon, off the lesser trochanter of the femur as well. So this is where my friend would like to get his play toy. So we're going to let him take his toy now. But that's the 2 areas that you're going to hit with the massage ball when we look at the psoas and the iliopsoas muscle groups. So like I mentioned, those are just some simple basic things that you can do at home to help relieve your low back discomfort using some simple myofascial techniques with the roller and the massage ball. Now, like I said, this is just a short tutorial. Next, we're going to kind of go over how to do some foam rolling work to the hip itself, where we're going to address a few more aspects. This is Dr. Heather, and if you found some valuable information in how to use some soft tissue work to relieve the back pain that you're experiencing, doing some simple things at home, please do give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so today. All right, guys, we're on to the next video.